is VD and
I'm here.
Noval.
Oh,
Okay,
I guess
VD.
Naval is not able to join today, so just us.
aku nyimak
Okay,
ya,
okay.
Geng.
Wait. I will check my Wi-Fi first.
They redid all the beds for us too.
Uh, Sorry everyone for my connection. We will start our Scrum today. Okay, I will be chair for the first time, and Kalilis will be the secretary. Okay, Kalilis, can you share the Trello cards?
Can you see the Trello?
Not yet. Oh,
Yes. If can you can share
okay. Yeah,
it? Yeah.
yeah. Okay. For the firstly, we okay. Firstly, we will. I'm sorry for my laptop is so slow. Okay. Firstly, we will check the cross camp chapter campaigns for the first for Airbnb opportunities. Uh, okay. Okay. For the update, I see we we have increasing in middle funnel. Middle funnel. No, it's so sorry. Where is the new one? Oh, okay. Okay. Uh, in the last update, we our top funnel is increasing, but in the middle and down funnel is decreasing. Can for this campaign, can CD explain more about
Yep. In general,
Airbnb
it
and
there are still problems and bugs in the inquiry conversion reporting, so it's still unclear whether it's doing better or worse.
okay. Okay, next to booking.com. Okay. For booking.com, same with Airbnb. It's decreasing than last week. We just have the increasing in instant book, but yeah, it's better. I think it's better than last week because we increasing in awareness and instant book. That but checkout is not yet, yeah, so it's decreasing. And next, um Facebook marketing, yeah, Facebook marketing is getting better than before. We have increasing in potential revenue 23, yeah, we have, yeah, Facebook. And next, agent sale. And yeah, agents. Okay, agent sell for the booking is stuck. Yeah, for the increase is increasing, but for the converted increase is decreasing or stuck. And the last one is Instagram. Okay, Instagram. Okay, same as before. I think because it's not getting better. We just have awareness is good because the published post is increasing. And okay, that's for cross chapter campaigns. Next, we move for the personal update. First, to Kak Lilis.
Thank you, David. For personal updates, basically, I don't have a card yet. I just done the card for monitoring progress. Uh, and then the next card, I think about the price adjustment. Sorry, the channel adjustment. Talking to other OTAs like Airbnb and also Booking.com. So no update from me.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Kak Lilis. Next to Vidi.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. So for BI V52, actually, there are no new bookings since the last reporting. However, there are the ones that are pending on the last stage have been put to live. So now we have five listings in Traveloka. There is an update regarding the contact status, guest contact status. According to Traveloka, they're still developing the conversation feature, which will be make it similar to Booking.com or Airbnb. However, I believe from my team, we were especially from Andre from Hit Reservation, we are trying to request a feature to automate the booking registration process, and because the finance system itself is quite complicated, especially if we decided to we still want to apply the pay at hotel. Maybe I would like to ask the audience the floor whether we want to apply the pay at hotel. Apparently we can disable this feature. However, by disabling the pay at hotel, we actually close our one of the stream of potential reservation. So the pros is of having pay at hotel is we have more streams of reservation, but the downside is that the finance system is a bit complicated because they have to pay to the owner directly and then so on and so forth. What do you guys think? Just a quick
Okay.
yes or no, maybe.
Me. Sorry.
Okay, Kak Lilis.
Okay. How is the success rate of pay at hotel?
Success rate is actually about 20% because a lot of them
20?
actually canceled. Yeah.
20%.
Uh,
So then it's not a rigid method to gain revenue, right?
yes, it's not maximum actually. We from
It's
the two reservation, actually the two canceled is payout hotel. That's why and I believe the Bayu noted this already that payout hotel has a high cancellation rate. So
success.
yeah, because of the success rate, maybe from Lilis no, maybe from the finance team, Moayan and also David. What do you guys think?
In
Mbak Wena, how about you, Mbak?
Kalau aku sih kalau umpamanya tamunya pay onsite itu uh, apa namanya? It's not actually because sometimes it's not so, and then we keep the room that we keep a room that the guest actually not showing up. So that's why on Booking.com we prefer to pay online. But if you can disable pay on site, I think it's easier because in finance also is very chaotic to keep track. Where is the money going? Like, is it in cash? Is it with the owner? Is it in the host? Is it going to 6056? It's like I think it's hectic for everyone. Like for the host, for the for the owner, if the host not available, and then if the owner not there, and then the staff will receive it, and I don't know, it's not very clean kind of direction, That's what also.
Know that more. Maybe back to Mr. Chair.
Okay, is that done, Fidi?
Maybe the decision, the final say from you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, can you conclude whether we will allow a payout hotel or not?
I don't know. I'm I'm sorry, Fidi. I can't conclude
Okay,
that
maybe
because
the final conclusion from you, Mr. Chair, whether we will allow payout hotel or not.
okay. I'm sorry, Fidi, because I can't hear all of the because my connection is
Oh, okay. Then
not
maybe
so
I can
good.
conclude that we will disable payout hotel, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Noted.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, next for Vira.
Okay, thank you. So my update is basically to compare from the last time I update this, which is from November 30, because I thought that day was that's the deadline of my what is it my SLA, and so yeah, the update is that there's some revisions since I just know how to see the cumulative amount of page views from Mas Gani. So yeah, I did some revisions of that, and it's the view is still increasing until today. Even though we have already stopped the ads, it's still increasing, but not as much as before. Um, and also the from request to book is still increasing. Today we got 2 requests to books, and for the reservation is increasing compared to last week. We got 1 reservation for Villa Kanha, and the value is 4 millions. Also the checkout is increasing. Yeah, the checkout is increasing, and I got the Kalis have accepted my proposal to extend this. So yeah, we plan to what is it like put some new listings, especially for guest houses that are available for New Year, because from the last 2 week we see that what is the demand for New Year is really high, and we plan to put the available property for what is it for New Year oh yeah, for New Year Eve, and for villa is actually only available for 3 villas for New Year. So yeah, we put guest houses instead for New Year's supply as the listings on the website. I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vira, for the update. Next to Kak Noval, I think it's yeah, for this pivot, I think same as last week. And next, for my updates, it's a new one. For my pivot, it's in community chapter. Yes, I have in charge in maintain partner trust by clear payment report. That's the and the last update. The anomalies payment list is increased to 99, and there are 97 for underpayment and 2 for overpayment, and 61 cases is settled, and other cases is under investigation and for the settlement. Okay, okay, okay. This okay. For my, I'm sorry, for Vira pivot, is there any question for Vira?
Me.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry, Kak Lilis. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. So my question is about we have one checkout already. Do you have any plan about the review, Fira?
Yes, I have. Okay, thank you for the question, Alice. I actually have what is it like? Approach the guest to leave review on his checkout day, and he's kind of not replying my message, and I approached him again on the next day, and he replied, but he said, yeah, later I will write the review, but yeah, I think I believe hasn't write it yet. So yeah, is it okay if I ask again for the review? Would it be annoying?
Okay, I think your mind is yeah. Thank you. And you said that the review will be directed to Facebook. That's correct.
Uh, yes, I give the Facebook link.
Okay, so the review will be on Facebook. First answer is about is that okay to ask review? Yes, that's really. I mean, that's really okay. I mean, we always do that for the other guests that check-ins in our property, checkouts in our property. And the second one is actually, is there any way to circulate something around website campaign? Circulate the review around website campaign. Yeah. It's mostly related to Instagram, but Facebook is not that related to website campaign, I guess. But is there any way that we can show it for the Facebook, the website audience? That's my question.
Um, you mean like giving to put the review on the website, right? Or
Yeah, for
okay.
example, when they book on the Airbnb, they will put the review on Airbnb, something like that.
I think that's possible, but we can. What's on my head right now is that I think we can put the review, but it will be very manual. Like we put their name or their picture and their review. So it's like we approach. For example, you're my guest, so I ask you how's your stay with us, and you only give like your review through message, right? And then I will put the message to the website and put the what is it, the picture or her or his or her name. What do you think about that? Would that be efficient or not? Uh,
Yeah, Fidi.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Chair, I would like to speak. Maybe as a sample, you could look at the BPE Talk webpage. There are reviews from past audiences. You can sample it like that because I think it's pretty good to circulate the because people will book in the website just like people would like register within the page for BPE Talk, and by showing the review in the page where people would like to register or book again, that will circulate the review back to the top.
Um, I have one question. So is it from yeah? I have saw the BVE talk review. Is that from us that put the review there, or the audience that write the review on our website?
I believe that's still currently manually put. So from the past reviews, we take the pictures, their picture, and also their review, and we attach their name.
All right. Thank you.
Back
Okay,
to
thank you. Uh, Thank you, Vira, and the conclusion that we will put the review in the website, right? Yeah. Okay, next. For my pivot, there's is there any comment for my pivot?
Yes,
No.
Mr. Chair.
Oh, okay. Okay, PD.
Yeah, maybe if it will be helpful if you. What is the starting date for the recording? So the initiative starting date is 23rd of November, just to confirm. So we have
Yeah.
99.
For my
Yeah, we have 99 payment anomalies starting from November 23rd.
no,
Wow, that's a huge.
no. It's 22. Yeah. It's anomalies is from one last month from October, but I input the initial starting date is my duty.
Okay,
I'm start the campaign.
I see, I see, I see. So maybe it will be also helpful if in each of the funnel you include the number of percentage that have been that is consists from for example like you have total number of payment anomalies is 99, right? And then the settlement is 61. So 61 over 99 times 100 is, it will
Yeah.
show the percentage of the progression, so that we know that how because with numbers sometimes it's quite difficult to visualize the context. And for funnel B actually, regarding notification about payment anomalies, what's the difference between notification and the number of payment anomalies?
Okay. So the payment anomalies is the list for the payment is uh, the payment is anomalous problem in the payment, but for the notification about payment is from the problem. I will notify the payment. So since until today, I notif 57 from payment anomalies.
Okay, so this is to partner, right?
And why not? Yeah, to partner. Yeah.
Yeah, please continue, Mr. Chair.
Why I'm okay, why I'm not notif all the payment because there's a payment under payment from booking.com there, and will be settled in every 15 in each month, so I will not notif all the payment for the owner for that case. Yeah, because we have set expectation in in the first in before. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. Oh, next for my Mr. Jinx pivot. Mr. Jinx.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So my
Yeah.
pivot actually I've not continued on, but I created this pivot card with the intention of delegating it at some point, but I don't think I've done that yet. So what this is actually one of the things I think we talked about. What my primary duty is to look for strategic opportunities and errors. So I started this on the 16th of November, but haven't been updating this. But let's see. Let's have a discussion about this actually over in discussion. We'll decide one, should this be delegated, and two, how would we be able to delegate this particular activity. So I'll defer this over to discussion later.
Okay. We will discuss it later. Yes, Mr. Jinx.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Is there any comment for Mr. Jinx pivot? Anyone? No. Okay. Okay. Mm, so we uh, okay. I will share my screen. Yeah. Next, can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. Yeah. We move to tab W for first for the revenue. Okay, I see for the revenue we have an increase in December, right? In early of December, in the first date of December, we have 19 booking. It's so uh, good. So I think the last 30 days for revenue is increasing. Next, for the revenue in this December, we have I think that we have achieved our target for the revenue. We got 69 revenue in this month, and we hope that in next month and in the next year we can uh, be better for the revenue. And next for weekly sales, in this week we have got we have got 11,000 yeah for the revenue. It's better than we last Scrum, but for the last week we have it's more decreasing, but we will, I think it will more more good in next. Okay, next we move to squad revenue growth. Okay, last. Okay, for last 3 months, I think all our squad is increasing, but one in squad 4 is stuck, is increasing, but so little. I think it's stuck. But our squad 1, squad 2, squad 3 is increasing than before. Is okay. Okay. It's for Tableau. Is there any comment? No. Okay.
Um, Actually, Mr. Chair, regarding
Okay,
the
Fidi.
weekly revenue itself, all right. Um, so today is the 2nd of December, right? And then when we observe the weekly revenue,
Yeah.
actually we still have a lot of days to complete the weeks. So we're expecting the improvement, but not by the next round, but yeah, because theoretically it's supposed to be higher, the orange one, I believe, than the previous one. But it still follows a
Oh,
very the pattern is a familiar pattern, I think. Where at the end of the approaching the end of the month, usually it's a bit lower. Yeah, the left low, right low theory is very familiar. And maybe we could also look at uh, the origin, whether there are changes in the origins, because previously we hypothesized that a lot of Russians will come. Can we look at coronavirus monitoring, Mr. Chair? On the tab, coronavirus monitoring. Yep. And then guess origin.
okay. Okay. Yes, origin. Okay.
Yep. And we look at Russians. Actually, there's a 23% increase compared to the last quarter. I don't know if it signifies anything yet because the magnitude itself is still. Can you please hover to the 23% from Russia row, Mr. Chair? Hover
Oh,
over the Russia on the
I'm
top.
sorry, Vidi. Okay.
Could you please hover to the quarter four of 2020? Quarter four, 2020.
Oh,
The rightmost
Yang paling kanan,
kanan, ya. Nah, dia
dipencet
yang
di
kedua.
atasnya.
Atasnya, atasnya.
Atasnya di 2020 quarter
Yes.
4 bagian kanan.
uh,
Nah, itu
okay.
kanannya banget tuh ada sorting tuh. Nah,
Yes. Nah, di descending. Again, maybe. Madaw.
more. Tuh apa one more? Nah, ini aja pakai.
Nah, 23% itu kan ada yang rahasia, yang row 3. Yes. So the number the magnitude itself is only 27 bookings, but it's 22% higher than the previous quarter. Well, it's November. The quarter four actually starts from uh, October, right? October, November, and December. So I so far the magnitude itself is not showing that it's a great a much improvement compared to quarter three. This is very unlike when we see the quarter one rise from Russian guests with 145% compared to quarter four of 2019. So I'm not sure whether I don't know the field, right? The actual field, whether there are a lot of Russians in Bali or not. But what does this signify actually? Maybe to the people who's in Bali, uh, are there any extra information regarding this? Maybe to Mawayan.
But actually, for what I know, for after February, there's extension for Russian New Year.
Yes,
Normally, they come um, regularly, but I don't know, like, in which situation when one country to another country, for them to come here. But in Bali, still there are many Russian. If I go to Canggu, especially, and I think if the regulation, for example, like January open by the government, maybe it was more Russian. But it depends like how they want to try. But there is a holiday season after normally like extension 1 week after the norm after our New Year.
I see. So it still depends on the regulation itself. Right.
Yeah. Yes, Jing, chair, recognize.
Okay. Uh,
Okay.
okay.
I'll, yeah, I'll also echo what Wayana said. The Russian holidays and also the Russian, how would I say, the Russian winter generally are positive correlations to travel from Russia at this time of year. So those two factors combined, up until February, you should be seeing, let's say, the peak amount of Russian interest at this point. The As far as the number of Russians in Bali, there's probably the most objective way to know that Vidi is actually the size of those Telegram groups. I believe we gave the links to that a few months
Yes.
ago.
Right.
If you see the Telegram groups like, or down in terms of overall membership, generally if they're not in Bali anymore, they would unsubscribe from those groups. It's just pure noise, right? But if you do see that those groups are growing, that would indicate that there's probably an influx of mostly long-term Russian, like somebody who's coming in for a few months or something, right? For short-term, it probably won't get picked up into those groups. This is an anecdotal fact. The comedy stand-up thing that I used to do, the majority of the audience, I think, was not the majority, but I think a good significant part of it was Russian, and like about 30% of the comedians were also Russian too. So I did see that while I was in Bali. That's a little bit dated now. That's maybe about 2 to 3 weeks ago. Anyway, that's as many facts as I have for that.
I see. Noted, sir.
Okay,
Yep.
Fidi.
Back to Mr. Chair. Yep.
Okay, thank you, Fidi. Is there any comment? Okay, so thank you. We finish the tab dulu. Okay, next we move to discussion. Can Kak Lilis share the screen?
Okay, I'll do for the discussion. This one. Yeah. Which one would you like to start first?
For from Mbak Wayana.
Wayana, what is the topics? Which one is that? The price?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's discussed already in the previous meeting. Correct.
Yeah. Oh, okay. For result, yeah. We move to the result. Is okay. I will read. Is is the average price market dashboard ready where we can access it? To PD, I think.
Yeah. So
Okay,
for this one, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. For this one, actually, the
okay,
data is already there. Uh, it's not complete yet, the visualization though, but the data is already there. Yeah, I'll put that in my other checklist, I think. Yeah, but I don't think the visualization
okay,
is
okay.
enough so
Uh,
that people can directly look at it and understand what it means.
oh, okay. Kak Lilis?
Okay. So is this the same as Ghani's project, PD? Do you merge them?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's a part of the merger.
Yeah, I guess it is the same with PD project, right?
Yes, yes. It's pretty much the same as product development project. The source of the data is at least the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah. So actually, I talked to Rizal. I guess you can I mean merge your your what is it request to Ghani. I
Yep,
mean
yep, yep.
there is more complete, right? There is a
Yeah, it's
price,
more complete.
amenities, or something like that.
Yep, yep, correct. Yeah, we have the data of the prices around the region of Bali. We have about 20,000 listings. No, more than that, I think. 50,000 listings and their prices as well as their occupancy rate, their types, and so on and so forth. But the data is not aggregated perfectly yet, I think.
So it is not ready to use.
Yeah, not ready to
Right.
use. Yeah.
Okay, okay. If Fidi, can you give the deadline I
The
for this,
deadline.
or you?
Yeah. For this one, it's not complicated, I think. Let me think. Uh, tonight. I'll touch the link tonight for this one. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Fidi,
Yeah. I'll wait.
for this. We move to okay. Next, Kak Lilis, launch from Carizal again. Launch the next FB8s for property partners to prepare the next year market. Need advice for the timing. Better launch it on the end of December or in the beginning of January. Okay, market. Okay. Is there any comments?
Okay.
Okay, Kak Lilis.
Actually, I have been discussing this a bit with Rizal for this one. My consideration and result is actually for December, most property is booked. So, especially villa, perhaps the one that is left is the one that has friction for prices, and also the villa is not that good. So, we actually agree that to start the Facebook ads on January or or the end of I guess January. I guess January. So that's my first thought and result. Perhaps you can offer to the floor, chair. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any comment for this? For this?
Yep. Me, Mr. Chair. Regarding this, actually, it's
Okay.
okay. So the consideration is the availability of the mark, the supply itself, right? But if we stop the ads at one point, will the ads lose momentum? Is this ads running yet? Is there an ads that's running for this particular
This
intent yet?
the last time they run an ads for property owners on October.
I see.
Is
Because
that said?
if we
So
remember, if you
it is
remember,
about 2 months ago.
yep, if you remember from our professional networking, it seems like we have that always on thing, right? Always on mindset. What happened to that mindset? Like, is it rejected, or because of budget constraints or other factors, maybe?
Okay, perhaps Rizal has the right answer for this. But for me, I guess the shifting prioritization and also the result analysis.
Ah,
Shifting prioritization means that the most, what is that? Leads coming is from the phone calls, I guess. Phone
mhm.
calls, what phone calls campaign. So they focus on that and not running the ads again. But I think, you sir, you have more visibility on this.
I don't really have that much visibility. Lily. Oh, wait, maybe Wayana does. Okay,
Oh,
over.
yep.
Baby,
You're unmute.
Okay, based on what I see in the Trello, we have couple of campaigns. So most the most lead actually is coming from the freelancer, but the quality of the lead is very low. It's very low conversion. But the lead is coming from WhatsApp, basically online canvassing. This is the conversion. Why? Because uh, when the online canvassing already targeted the area and the price match. So so that's why like more conversion on the WhatsApp canvassing instead of like on-site canvassing. Because when on-site canvassing, you just go there and then the price after we classify like what is the problem, it's basically price and availability. So that's why on-site canvassing not too successful in this.
Okay, Mr. G.
Okay, but to answer Vidi's question, Vidi, why do we not keep the ads on right now? I don't know. The budget has already been set, so we do have actually a fixed budget, and we've asked the teams to spend it. I did review, based on what I can understand right now, there's probably not too many good reasons. The main reason seems to be they stop and go. So there's an idea, they try out the idea, and then the ad stop, and then they wait to come up with a new idea, and then start a new set of ads on the new idea. That's exactly like the problem of let's say hiring new interns after the old interns have already left, right?
Yep.
The way I think it should be done is that the new idea, several new ideas should be actually already in the pipeline before we wait for the old ad to finish and then reset. So the way I'm seeing it right now, they'll run the ads for like a week or 2 weeks, and then after it stops, then they'll come up with a new idea, and then they'll run. That takes like a week or 2 weeks, and then so on and so forth, right? So this idea of continuous performance and continuous ad, I don't think has been part of the culture yet
I see.
for
Yeah,
the
because
marketing chapters. Yeah.
I think like, is it does it cost a lot of maintenance bandwidth for to run an ads? Because for example, like in some cases,
No,
campaign cases, right,
no.
we put it once, and then it
Mhm.
will maintain itself, in a sense, until we upgrade,
Yes,
do some upgrade or something like
yes,
that. In the case of ads, you design it like maybe once, and then
yes.
you observe it, but you don't really have to do a lot of maintenance with the content of the ads itself. Or maybe I'm wrong, but
No,
I'm not sure.
none. Yeah, that's correct. It's more of a mindset rather than actually any other limitation. So the mindset has always been, let's do a little and then see what happens. The mindset has not shifted over to let's just keep the ad running and then plan for the next ad and then replace the content of the next ad with of the old ad with the fresh ad, right?
Yeah.
The mindset should be of continuity, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, right? So that's where I think the constraint is. The budget is there, the creativity is there. They're able to create new ads and analyze, but just that idea of running it as a continuous service is not there,
I see.
right?
I see.
It's kind of like spend a little, watch, analyze. Oh, the problem is that it's not. It's not continuous. It's like create the ad, run the ad, analyze the ad. Yeah, yeah. It's more of like a waterfall technique rather than
Yeah.
a continuous
Yeah.
operation.
Because
So
in demand,
that until we change that behavior,
yeah, in demand I kind of understand because
go ahead.
placing ads for demands you have to change the maybe like which property you want to promote and so on and so forth. But for supply, it's Bukit Vista, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, maybe we'll have to
I think so. I think so.
yeah take a closer look on that.
I'll currently I would say the best person to probably do that is still me, because I'm the interim chapter lead for marketing. But the best explanation is I probably need to get Riza and Gani to think about putting ads in a more continuous basis, right? So that can go to my word over to them. But the other thing is I've noticed the website right now is stuck. So we get a lot of upper funnel activity, but there's almost no lower funnel activity for the past month. So even organic traffic, even the other forms of traffic that come to the website, it's not moving the needle for lower funnel activity. I've asked Gunny to explain that to me a little bit better. But as far as ads go, uh, I'm not even sure if ads have actually worked yet. I'm not sure what the output has been, but yeah. Anyways, that's me at 1 a.m. over here, so I'm not exactly. Also, there's that website for partners. Yes, the website is almost entirely for partners, Willis. Um, most of the effort on the website is
Yeah.
for partners.
Well, I'm asking because Vida is running for the demand side, right? The ads.
Yeah, the demand.
It is currently stopped, but we'll activate again because the lacking is also in the marketing chapter because they said that they don't have any bandwidth. So the deadline will be extended. I mean, I guess at the latest 5th of December, we'll run the ads again. So a little bit pause for that.
Okay. That's not a valid reason, I think, because like Vidi said, running an ad requires no bandwidth, right? You just turn it on, and it starts working itself. It's like when we recruit people. So it's just the only thing is a mindset issue, right? So the mindset is it should not be create ad, run ad, analyze ad, create new ad, run new ad, analyze new ad. It should be like create ad, run it continuously, and then create no stop, right? So there should be create an ad, and then while you're doing it, the next ad is already in place. So don't stop an ad until the new ad is ready to launch. I think that's essentially the key point. If we can have that, I think then we should be seeing more stronger results. The fact is that HR already does this, right? For recruiting, we never stop our recruiting ads, and that's why we have a continuous flow of candidates coming in. So I don't think we should. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, back up to what Vidi said. Yeah, that's pretty much the thing. The mindset needs to be changed.
Vidi?
Yep, Mr. Chair. So yeah, back to you.
Okay, is that done, Vidi?
Yep. So who will maybe like
Uh,
communicate with marketing?
Kak Lilis?
Right now, me. I'm communicating with
Oh.
marketing right now. I
Okay.
can communicate with them, but I need probably the BI people to follow up and make sure that that's actually done, right? So I'm just gonna tell them, just kind of like a little bit of a push, but I need some help just monitoring and make sure that they're actually doing that. So the idea is essentially continuous ad deployment rather than waterfall ad deployment.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair. Yeah, that what I would like to say. I think I should follow this up with result because he also sometimes asks about me regarding this, and then I'll deliver the result of today's discussion. The result.
Okay, thank you, Lilith.
Okay, thank you, Kalilis. Okay, next, okay, okay. Ah, from Kalilis, can you explain more about this car? Yourself.
It's actually a dashboard about the performance of direct sales campaign, where we can see actually the Airbnb direct booking is the biggest one. I mean, the inquiries from Airbnb, the conversion is outside the Airbnb. And then the second one is for the Facebook, and currently it is run by Noval. And then the third one is the on-site booking directly on the properties, and the other one still below 10% for the ads in Instagram and the website itself. I guess the website has higher than in terms of revenue. That's in terms of revenue. So the questions of this data is actually when we will stop taking the direct booking. So yeah, our main business is on Airbnb, and this is also related to uh, the recovery questions. That's the overview of this topic. Thank
Okay,
you.
okay, for Airbnb ya Kak. Okay, is there any comment from Mr. Yeah.
Uh, I'd like to just throw in the first comment. This sort of reminds me, Lilith,
Yes,
of
sir.
a discussion that we had about leadership density and talent density. I think the best way to actually decide when is the best time to stop doing direct bookings is to sort of look at how do we measure talent density. It's probably inquiry per person per hour per or inquiry per person per day, right? So if we do take direct bookings, we know that that essentially lowers our inquiries per day that the reservation team can do. And I think we just need to, I would say that from the BI perspective, perhaps set an SLA for what is the expected inquiries per day and what is should be the growth of that over time. So then if we are spending time on direct, then that is generally lowering the inquiry per day figure rather than optimizing, let's say, inquiries on a platform that really accelerates it. That probably I'm thinking is the best way to numerically determine when is the time to stop taking direct inquiries. If you see that, let's say this, right? Let's say we set a target of, like let's say 20 inquiries a day. But a direct inquiry will take like, most of the bandwidth will take like 4 hours of the day. So then the overall stats of a person working on direct is low. It's like maybe 2 or 3 inquiries a day. So then that doesn't make any sense, right? That essentially is not optimizing our resources on inquiry conversion. That's my first. I'm just throwing this out into the pot. See if anybody else has anything that they can jam with on that one.
Okay,
Yep.
Kalilis. Oh, got it.
Yeah. Yep. So I kind of agree with the input and also the output of the inquiries, like how much it takes our bandwidth and what's the output. But I would also like to consider the. I believe in the dashboard there is also the pace for the direct bookings, from which we can kind of like estimate whether the direct booking is still dominating the market, as well as the booking value itself, because we notice that currently the value
Got it.
itself of the direct booking is still quite big. So if we kind of like just think about,
Okay.
yes, in Facebook actually, since Lilis applied the strategy of daily, like posting the daily prices, the number of inquiries in Facebook is a lot, like a lot. I think from the discussion yesterday, there was like with Naufal, there was like 100 inquiries from the past day from the past days, but from which we can actually see that the number of count of conversion from Facebook compared to Airbnb is actually increasing. Now, Facebook has a lot more reservation than Airbnb in terms of the number of reservation, but we can also see the booking value is still comparable actually, but when it starts to um, when it starts to like slow down from the booking pace of the direct booking itself, and we can also see like where is the density of the direct booking, right? And just to clarify for the on-site booking is the third in terms of revenue, but there's actually because of one direct book on-site booking from Rumah Taman Kutuf, if I'm not mistaken, or Bukit Sunrise. Bukit Sunrise. I can't remember. So Claire, Bukit Sunrise.
Sunrise House. Sunrise House.
Sunrise House. Sunrise House. Yeah, Sunrise House. Claire actually
Sunrise
gave us one big reservation, so that actually carries the entirety of the on-site booking, which is about 3,000, I think.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. I think this is great. If I may, I think Viddy's onto it then. I do agree that looking at the booking pace and the booking value, rather than just the inquiries, is most likely a better KPI. It does take into account the idea of growth, and also the overall output impact is more crucial. So perhaps it's this then, Viddy. It should be maybe like what is the expectation in terms of a revenue per hour, or revenue per day of the revenue reservation team? And if direct inquiries is helping that revenue per day rate, then that is good. But if it's actually hindering, let's say, the potential revenue that we could get on another platform by spending that time on that, then it is not so good.
Yep.
So that's where the guidance, I think, of BI needs to come in to set essentially what is that revenue target per day, and are we getting there? Are we not getting there because we're spending too much time on things that have, let's say, lower impact? Potentially, Viddy Lilith's team, if it does, let's say, merit a independent delegation, then perhaps we need to just hire people just to take care of direct bookings for us, right? If the cost benefit analysis of that works out, then it's very logical. Let's say, okay, all right, we moved to Airbnb, but we don't abandon this because this is still worthwhile. So I think that can also be a possibility as well. But yeah, that's a quality problem to have. Actually,
Yep.
yeah, this is now like a higher level balance, right? It's a balance between like HR resources and revenue. So if we can get HR to put in enough talent into the reservation team, then we can perhaps go after both. But if not, then we need to prioritize which one we need to go after. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Before we move to the next discussion, I think that we have reached the max time limit. Can we will extend 15 more minutes? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Kak Lilis, move to the next one. Okay. From Kak Lilis, can you explain it more?
So me again, I come with VD's data actually about the projection for December. I have talked to Jing. Actually, the supply for villa is actually I mean, we already sold the villa since November, and we should expect the weekly sales. I think will below the November one, and then but I think also we have to set target for the company of how many dollars actually is the target for December, to just motivate everyone to get certain target. Basically, that's the overview. For this one, the data is from VD. Can you explain more about your calculation, VD?
Okay, so um, for some, yeah, right, I think we're seeing seasonality right now. We're seeing seasonality already, but I believe that the data from the past five, 6 months actually threw the models off because from the previous normal like pattern that we have, and then suddenly corona, then we have like a linear growth, and then suddenly we are seeing somewhat a very similar pattern that we are having as usual, like peak season on December and so on and so forth. So the model is confused right now, but we're seeing that we're seeing the RMSE, root mean squared error, so that yeah, so usually it's very constant, right? We can expect like this is peak seasons and so forth, but suddenly it drops and then goes linear, and then there's a somewhat so this time, because of December, I noticed that previously for Holt Winter's model number 2, it does not throw convergence error warning, which means that um, convergence is when your model feels like it's already fit to the model to the actual data, but it throws another convergence error warning, signifying that the pattern kind of changed again from the previous corona pattern, let's say. We're seeing 40,000, right?
Yeah.
But of course, we've passed that, but we also should see that we have an RMSE, which is the root mean squared error, meaning that um, we have a target prediction, and then compared to the target prediction, what is the error range, like a box and whiskers plot, right? So the top value for that will be 40,300 plus 38,800, something like that. So that's the range of error because of the you can see that the error itself is almost the same as the prediction itself. Because of that error, actually, I've also provided
Mm,
the graph, but so at March, when we're approaching March to April, the error spikes, right? And then it tries to fit to the new pattern, and then the error kind of like drops a little bit again. But on November, it actually spikes a little bit again. It means that there's a pattern change, if it makes sense.
uh, that makes sense. If I may.
Yeah, yeah, Mr.
Okay, so Lewis, I think you have the screen, right? So the
Yes, sir.
prediction now is, let's say the baseline is 40, and the error, the box and whisker, so the whiskers are at about 38,
Yes.
right? Which is almost the same as the box. Um, if we go then to the tableau, Lilith, if we can take a look at what the weekly in-month sales are. So this is the first month, or this is the first week already. We're almost reached about $10,000, right? So assuming we don't arrive at any massive cancellations, which we don't expect, I suppose, because the cancellation rate is dropping, we should then be able to achieve the the peak of the error
Yep.
next week, right? Because we're looking at about like $10,000 a week. So I do agree with you. The model is struggling again, right? Because
Yep. It's struggling.
there's a and we noticed ourselves, right? We're kind of positioning ourselves more into a thrive mode rather than a survive mode because of these changes as well. So this is good. I think we can anticipate this, but the question I guess would be, how long would it take the model to recover and start beginning to understand the change enough to accurately predict what the future needs to look like?
From the previous example, actually, it takes like like 2 to 3 months, because if we use the Hot Winters 2, it means it only looks at like the past 2 months, or so maybe 3 to 4 months, because it has a sample of like uh, month one and month two and month three and month four, and so on and so forth. But if we look at the just look at the example from Hot Winters 12, sir, because it takes 12 months,
Uh-huh.
the past 12 months, it's still stuck in the um, notion of the previous values, which is a very high value. So it predicts at 46,000, but the RMSE is still
Understood.
at
I see that.
98,000.
I see that.
Yeah.
So huge whiskers, basically.
Yes, because it's still stuck on the past 12 months. We still have a lot of revenue, three
Okay.
hundred 400,000.
I have a question, Vinny. I have a question. Could you do whole winters at a more discrete level, like on a daily level?
Actually, we've already able to split uh the daily revenue, right? We already have a script for that, and yes, we can actually.
Yeah.
But I just need to know, for example, from
Okay.
the days, right? So we look at the context of days, like what's the pattern and seasonality in days? Like we have every 7 days, we look at the past 7 days, or do we look at the past 15 days? Because in year it's obvious, right? We have 12 months.
Oh, right. Okay, got it.
Yeah, we have 12 months, and that's why we look at the past 12
Right,
months, and
right.
then
So it's
it
like how
informs.
you think. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
if we believe that in 1 month there
Oh,
is,
wow, that's a good
say,
question.
4 to 5 seasonality because of the weeks, right? In 1 month, usually the first week is high, and then it will go a bit lower, and then lower and lower, and it will go high again because it looking for the past 4 months. It's
Right.
4 weeks or 5 weeks. It's the same pattern. Then it will work. But for daily, what's the seasonality for daily? 30.
Right. That's
Whether
a good point.
whether
I understand what.
all the values
Okay.
for the 15th of.
Perhaps
Yep.
I think so. I think if, let's say, for example, it would be a trailing window prediction, right? So, how long into the past would you need to look in order to actually give a good prediction to the future? Perhaps the best way is to set up a set, I don't know, range of experiments to see like which trailing window has the highest accuracy. Is
Yeah.
it a 30-day trailing window? Is it a 45 trailing window? And then see, does that actually then because that's how we originally arrived at Holtz Winter 2,
Yeah,
right?
because
We
we look
saw
at
that
the
that
outlook.
was actually the best model given the right. But now, because there's another shift again, looking back 2 months ago doesn't really tell you too much about the future.
Yes,
But
correct.
looking at the daily change might be able to predict the future better, right? Because every day is slightly, significantly better than the previous day, and this is good too, because this can help us set the new SLA for what we expect the percentage increase should be. Instead of expecting only like a 1% month on month improvement, maybe it should be a little bit higher based on daily analysis. So I I don't know what the answer is, but I would be asking, should the right way be to find it the same way
Yep,
that
yep.
we
I
did for
think
the
we can
Holtz
do it
Winter 2?
computationally.
Set up a bunch of okay. Because if we do that, then we should be able to arrive at an answer faster than if we look at month to month
Yep,
models, right?
that's true.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next Kak Lilis. Oh, oh, there's four left, right? Yeah. Next Kak Lilis for Airbnb Talks with Joy. Can you
This one,
explain more?
okay. This is actually only a reminder. I think with VD, when we are doing this, we can discuss outside. But I'll bring this up if
Yeah,
anyone wants to join.
yeah. I saw the
I
email.
think we will have a talk with Joy.
Yep.
Yeah, quarter 1. So this is just a reminder. Continue, Mr. Chair.
Okay, okay, Kak Lilis. Next, for the next question, Kak Lilis
Okay.
was yeah.
This one is about the channel adjustment. As we know that from the 7th of December, we will have a 15% commission reduction for Airbnb. So I think we should arrange the strategy from today. I mean, and also the application of it on what is that, on Talkie. Will we do this only with, for example, only with a few percent, but slow progress, or once with any help? That's the questions. And this also related to, will we do the same price adjustment across all properties in Airbnb?
Okay.
That's my question.
Okay, Kak Lilis. Thank you, Kak Lilis. Is there any comment?
Yeah, short answer. It will be marketing and BI, everyone. And I've already
Okay,
discussed it
marketing
with
and BI,
Kak
right?
Rizal. Yeah, I've already discussed the strategy and also the application with Kak Rizal. We just have to set the date.
Okay. Please continue, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Okay, Kak Lilis. Is okay? Is it done?
Done.
Yeah. Okay. And for the next, Mr. Jing, can you explain it more?
Okay, I spoke a little bit about this actually during the Scrum. I would like to delegate this most likely to Lilith, right? So Lilith, one of the things I do is I go around and I look for strategic opportunity, strategic threat. Lilith, you're free to delegate it onwards to anybody else that you'd like, but I I kind of like noticed that maybe it's happening, but I just don't know, right? Because it's not being recorded. So what I thought was maybe we should set an SLA for how many strategic opportunities, how many strategic threats we're looking for every week, and then just record them. So essentially, this is just a if we recorded them, at least we know we're figuring it out. If we don't record it, then maybe it's getting done, maybe it's not. I can have a sub discussion with you, Lilith, about that because it's just basically, I think it's what you guys are doing anyway, honestly, right? But just having like a documentation. Okay, these are kind of the strategic things that we've noticed that could be done better with this particular chapter, or these are the strategic things that are an opportunity now in this particular chapter. That discussion, we never really finished that discussion about I think the community funnel. This was kind of like one of the generators of that particular idea, which is like, okay, strategically the company is weak here. This is what we probably need to work on and fix. So maybe I can delegate this, maybe I can't. Maybe let's do this. Let's have a discussion at the next sync up whether or not this can be delegated or not, right? I'd like to delegate it, but it might be one of those. Okay. And then I'll quickly go up to the last topic. I know I'm already over time a minute, but
Okay.
this is just a general announcement. From November onwards, I'd like to delegate employee journals to the chapter leads. Lilith will be the Lilith is the chapter lead. So I'm passing the employee journal over to Lilith. Lilith can then also delegate over the journals for the interns, including David and Fira here, to the mentors who are looking after them. And it's very simple. There's a template there. It's just, okay, what have you improved on? What should you do more? What should you do less? And just a few sentences on that, so that each intern and each employee has good feedback. Apparently, this is one of the highest rated programs that we have in the company that make people feel really good about working here. So that's just kind of like an announcement. Okay, that's it. Back to the chair.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing. Is there any comment from Kak Lilis or PD?
Yes. No comments actually. Yes, I'll try from this for the November evaluation, and I'd like VD to help me with the mentee, which is David and also Nova. I guess he's smiling.
Okay, thank you, Kak Lilis. PD?
Oh, one more thing. I just
Okay,
remembered
okay.
something, Mr. Chair. I probably will not be here next sync up, right? So Lilith, I will probably need. I would like to speak with you before that happens, so that you'll have like essentially for that topic of about discovery of strategic opportunity and threats. The reason is because I'll be getting in. I'm moving every day, so it's really tough. Yeah, but on that particular day, I'll be flying in to another state, and I'll probably be moving around. So I don't know that. So I'll just say I won't
Right,
show
right.
up.
Yeah.
But let's
Question,
have
sir.
uh-huh.
Should we discuss this on leadership session? I
Yes,
think
actually, that's great. That's perfect. That's perfect.
it's more.
We can even discuss it before leadership because, oh, by the way, Lilith Vidi, I'm inviting you guys to the CEO CTO discussion tomorrow. There's a few topics we want to talk about before the leadership discussion, and I'll include this one as part of it. Okay, so so let me adjust the calendar, but I'll update you on that one. Okay,
All right,
so
sir.
that's tomorrow at I think 11 o'clock your time. I'll send you a calendar invite right now.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jing. I think we have done all of discussion for today. Okay, Kalias and feeding. Maybe is there any topic or we will discuss? No.
No, we
We
already over
already,
time.
yeah, overtime.
Okay,
So maybe only don't forget to put your feedback for David sharing today. Maybe
oh,
to Slack.
Right.
okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining the Scrum today. I'm sorry for the time. Time is extend more, and thank you for Kak Lilis for being the secretary. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, David, for
Thank
sharing.
you, David.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Sir Kawayan.